Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's Cooper Kit, which is the Cooper Kit unboxing. And we have the theme Treasure Trouble. Now, the Cooper Kits are really rad. They are primarily talked about as like a homeschool box, but they're for any type of like home-based or small group learning. And I tend to forget to say so. So they are about $59 a box. They are quarterly, so you get them every 3 months. And they are amazing for general STEAM learning as well as some SEL. So, oh, this is really cool. So why does your box say dad a lot? That's a question I had when I first started too. So Cooper & Kid first launched as a subscription box for dads as one of the first and few parenting brands speaking to men. Over the years, they discovered that many moms, teachers, nannies, homeschoolers, and grandparents are subscribing and using Cooper Kits too. So they're in the process of changing where it says dad on our boxes, medallions, and activity guides to grown up. So while they make this transition, you might sometimes still see it say dad. And see it like here? The Instant Dad is Awesome box. So, yeah. So this one, like you can see, it is got some Africa, part of a map of Africa going on. They touch over in Mecca as well. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to help one very lost bar of gold return home to its family and take the crown of an important man with you. Along the way, you'll learn a great deal about a famous trip to Mecca and the power of giving to others. Let's get started, shall we? I love that. So I will put a referral code in down below. I always forget to add that too. So it does help me continue getting boxes for my kiddo as well as my students, because you guys know, or maybe don't, that I am a homeschool parent, but I am also a public school teacher, and I like Cooper. I like Cooper Kits. That's kind of across the board. And the coin for this month is that Treasure Trouble again. I apologize for the lighting. It's been storming like crazy. So there is a virtue that they focus on quarterly. So it'll be like making mistakes, saying sorry, all sorts of things like that. So this one's is a catalyst to grow generosity. I love that. So we always do the little medallions at the end of units. So you finish up what you need to do and you get a really like thick, sturdy medallion. It's real metal. It's really cool. So, talking about worldly possessions, talking about time, there's enough to go around. And this is just a reminder for me that my subscription is about to renew for the next year. So, to either be ready for that charge or to put it on pause and put it on hold until I can pay for it. I really love that they have multiple options. They email and they have a card inside. So a lot of the times this cover is also part of the materials, and you'll notice that you get almost everything you need for all material as far as materials go. There haven't been many times that I've needed extra. So this little cover sheet is the treasure chest lid top. We're gonna make our own treasure chest. And we have a spiral bound activity guide. And I love the way that these are set up. So every activity goes right in order. And you'll see what kind of difficulty level it will have and an approximate time. So you'll know your kids the best. Something that might be on a trickier level might take them a little bit more time because there is a pretty wide age range for these. And it'll have an activity, whether you need household items or those items are in the box. They are amazing for including materials. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. And everything is really made for those kiddos that are ages 5 and up. My middle schoolers really like it, and I also have high schoolers that really like it. So it really is across the board great for all ages. Some things will be more on a younger side, and some things will be a little bit more advanced. The actual learning time for it is at least 6 hours. So plenty of lessons, plenty of activities. And they also have been including recipes, at least the last 4 or 5 boxes I've gotten. We've had recipes as well. So we'll have things like making and decorating a crown, whereas some that are, oh, this one's the first one I've ever seen with a questionable difficulty, questionable minutes. Things that you want and how you can work towards them. That's really cool. Kind of understanding about value and working towards your goals. Here's another easy peasy, but it takes 30 minutes. We're going to be making a boat. It's a 3D puzzle. That's amazing. And we have little stories that go through to follow along. And let's see, we've got our medium rare. So we'll actually be turning the box itself into our treasure chest, I see. And there's multiple things. There's also going to be these cool virtual resources. My very first time on virtual resources, I was really questioning it because we had like the Bat Dad videos, which were fun and quirky, but they weren't quite appropriate for my littles due to some of the language. I haven't run into any issues about that since then. But that is just something that I was thinking like, oh, should be aware of. Oh, it's like a coin bank. So we also have ways to practice generosity, ways to not practice it, because sometimes we will have ideas and we will be set up in the best of intentions and we might mess some things up sometimes too. So outside of the actual recipes for the activity, we're given recipes that match the cultures that we're learning about, which is so neat. Say that there's always some that are vegetarian and some that are not, so it's a really good mix if you like a few different ones. And we've got 3 or 4 this time around actually, which is really cool. Yeah, so the guides are pretty robust. They're really nice. They're really reusable for certain things. And then once you get into your actual activity supplies, everything is labeled. Okay, so we have some gold time coins. Activity 2, page 5. Everything is set up for us perfectly. Move our little wormies. So activity 4, page 9, make your own camel bag. It has the bag, it has some stencil pieces, it's super cute, and it also contains markers that are made for fabric. So while occasionally they won't have things like scissors or particular tapes, like you'll see that they have adhesive squares. So as often as feasible and possible, they do include all those extras. This combines activities 2 and 5. You now have the power to stop time. Keep this box for activity 5. I love it when they're set up like an adventure. So these are those work it cards from that question activity, activity 2, page 5. Kids loving chores. Yep, true. Will work for gold. So you can kind of combine our activities. I haven't seen that yet, which is really neat. So here is a gigantic magnet sheet for our wish it board. So those things that they want to work for. So the rewards that they want from worst to first, all the things that they've completed, their minutes worked, and even like a little math area for total minutes worked divided by total coins earned, or number of life minutes per coin, which is kind of neat. So a good way for them to keep track of it, as well as you as your grown-up to kind of keep track of what they want and what are they willing to work on to get it. So here is our boat that we'll be building, and it's got a really cute graphic on it. So everything is ready to go. And oh, I'm seeing something I'm really excited about too. Here is the crown, and it's, notice it is actually glittery, but it's not the glittery that's gonna fall apart everywhere. So that's amazing. And we have a couple different gem stickers, as well as our gold tone brad to connect it all together. So we'll have a functioning crown. So again, this month we got a book. That is so exciting. We have, is that Mama? Yeah, Mama Panya's Pancakes, A Village Tale from Kenya. That's beautiful. So we got a full storybook as well within it. And almost done here. A few more treasure chest pieces. So when we cut that open, we have that part that wraps around the side. Get a little closer. Let's see. Oh, this one's the first one. How to donate books for Africa. Very cool. So you can donate books themselves or donate money. So I'll zoom in for that for a sec. Okay. And your instructions, if you'd like to pause it, go ahead and pause it. You to miss. And there is just a little bit more information about the project itself. That is so cool. And a little money envelope if we want to do that. They've never done something like that before. So it's really cool that they're connecting with a charity along it, and it is perfect for the theme of generosity. And we do get a dry erase marker with a magnet. So when we have our things on our fridge, we can write directly on it. And then lots of our little wormy guys. Most of the paper is green, but we also got some cute metallic gold. And that's everything in our box. That's really neat. So I'm gonna pull out our donation thing so we can look into that as a family, and we'll pack up our box. Make sure that we don't take off our tags if they are not attached. Most of them are stickers, so we don't really have to worry. But I'm really excited for this one. I really think it's gonna be a neat adventure that we're going to be taking. And if you do sign up now, I believe it's a slip and slide for free. They usually have a cool sign up gift. When we signed up, we got a catapult. Sometimes you can sign up and get a free box. I'll try to remember, like I said, to include a link so you can get some money off, at least your first one, and give it a try. But I'm all packed up. All goes right back into its case, neat and cute. And it's gonna set aside and wait for when we have transitioned to this particular box. So, ooh, I'll have to practice this phrase. It also has a little phrase in Mandinka. That's neat. All right, I love you all so very much. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye.